Yeah, well, I think the three promises that we gave. One, we said we recommended electrification, which is now done. Secondly, it was the issue of the sanitation, and I've indicated that we appointed John Water in 2022. I don't know what happened in 2023 because I was not there. But last year when I came back, I went back to engagement with John Water, and that's why now they are ready to comment on the construction July 7, because that's the timeline that they gave to us when we met around February this year. Then the third one was the redevelopment. So the redevelopment talks to all hostel leaders. That's why on the 8th of March, we had a meeting with all the hostel leaders where we presented our hostel redevelopment strategy. That will be as developing the whole hostel. They are concerned that we are yet to complete the council so that we are able to obtain a council organization for us to implement with our own processes in the team. So those commitments, already we are in a process of finalizing the second commitment. Then we get to the last commitment, which is the redevelopment of the entire hostel. So we are still within our commitments. We are still within our targets as we have set for ourselves. Electrification is done. You can see the hostel is electrified. And I made that undertaking. I introduced the contractor, and that's why we got this electrification. July, I will put into the contractor now for the sanitation and sewer in the hostel. The hostel got two owners. There is a private company, then there is the city. We are going to start on our side, move where these people own this hostel. But I've indicated that we have requested that we get into the court for us to argue the case of lifting this entitlement. We think we are going to get into council processes to expropriate this property. We know that they are so we can keep appropriating and we are allowed to take by law. So that is the second option that we are engaging. That's why I'm saying I'm waiting for I will engage with the government and the mayor. I'm waiting for on the direction that we are going to take. Only that we are implementing, we are approaching the court, but it's not going to stop us from commencing our construction.
So as we stand, half of the hostel is privately and another one is owned by the city. The simple thing of it was how are you going to mitigate that? Are you essentially with that certificate?
Yeah, well, I'm not in position. I refuse to meet with them. Even when they made it, I refuse to meet with them. Because I'm failing to understand why the transfer was done in the first place. You can't transfer a hostel to a private company when they have people residing in the hostel. Not only the hostel, other properties as well. I was advised today that there is a block of flats in Alexandra that have been transferred to a private person, and people are in occupation of those flats. So we can't allow such kind of transactions to happen in Johannesburg. And that's why I refuse to meet with them. And that's why even at the time when I heard about this, I had requested that we approach the court, we investigate so that we determine how this transaction went about. Because it can't be, and we can't allow such things to happen. So legitimizing this process, I'm not going to do this. So that's why I'm not going to sit with them in any table, because I will be legitimizing this process. And that's why they requested that it be legal only to deal with this. Even when they went to the IFP offices to try and engage and talk to the leaders of the IFP about this match, I said to them over the phone that no, we are not prepared to negotiate with you because I am not prepared to legitimize this process. They must engage with our legal in the city so that legal see to it how they deal with this illegal. Because for me, this transaction is illegal because it never went through a council. This is a council-owned property. So for any transaction and transfer, they need to pay a council resolution, which authorizes officials to sign this transaction, and it never happened. And that's why we need a forensic investigation to determine what exactly happened and who gave this authority from the city officials for the transfer of this property. So I'm not going to legitimize them. So I don't see it depends on the city.
court interdict that preventing the council to do the work.
Well, in the process of transfer, then they interdicted the city from development. They said we should not do any development until the transfers are finalized. And even now, we are worried that they've transferred that portion. It might happen that there are other portions within the hostels that are in the process of being transferred. And that's why then they obtained that interdict.
When was this transfer done?
26 June 2023. That's when it was done.
At the heart of this protest this morning, MMC, was that of that structure, those structures, with all this court header and court interdict and all that. I hear that, but as we stand right now, these guys are living under conditions. What you met with them earlier on, what is the reassurance that you are giving them as MMC Housing?
Yeah, well, I think you will have an appreciation that the demolition was as a result of our response to the dilapidated units. There are flats that were constructed long time ago that were still vacant for a long time. Most of the residents, we moved them out of that dilapidated structure into those. So they are sitting there comfortably. We moved them last year to those kind of units. So we then said, for us to proceed with other demolitions, we need to find alternatives. But you are not going to use containers. And that's why we did our own audit process. We went through our HS system to verify if they qualify for QNGs, and we added them on the list so that should there be any allocations that happens in Johannesburg, then they become beneficiaries like any other resident of Johannesburg, so that we are able to proceed with the demolition of the other dilapidated structures in the hostel. So we've got a very clear plan that we have presented to them. The only agitation and the frustration that they have now, it was around this issue of ownership and us having to halt our processes because we wanted to deal with the issue of the ownership. And I can tell you for sure, and I can confirm, these alleged owners of the other part of the hostel, they came to tell the residents and the leaders in the hostel that they are now the owners. It's not us.
MMC, who are these people? You keep speaking about these owners that have taken land from the city. I find it flabbergasting that you can stand here and speak about people that have taken land, government land, from the city and privately own it. Who are these people? How did they get that right?
Well, I think I've already spoken about that.
But who are they? What are their names?
It's a private company.
What's the company's name?
Well, after the investigation, you then give the name of the company. And inside, the leaders were able to give. I'm not going to talk about them now to advise the name of the company. I'm going to hold it until the investigation is completed. But it's privately owned. I can show you separately, but I'm not going to say it on air. Yes.
Sorry, just to circle back, Munget's problem with the PWA. At the heart and the crux of this matter are residents that we've been interacting with from the wee hours of the morning. They're saying that when they live deplorable conditions, and this piggybacks off of Scar's question, where you are indicating that they in order to mitigate the situation. But those that are affected were people, the truck drivers, for instance, people at work, or people trying to use the time. Because some of the residents that we spoke to vowed to return. So what is the solution and how long is it going to take? Because court action takes some time, and like you made mention of petitioning for.
You remember, this is a legal process. And that none of us here were there when this legal transaction occurred. And that's why we need to investigate so that we determine who did what in the system. So that's why we had to explain it to them. We had to be open and frank with them to what had actually happened.
Right.
So that they also understand. You see, the frustration that they've enjoyed over there. We are also, we also understand that frustration, and I wouldn't say we feel the pain that they are feeling, because we are government, we need to respond here. But our hands are tied by some illegal transaction that occurred in the system that we still need to. So it's going to take time, I agree. But it was necessary for us to be honest with them so that they understand the predicament that we are facing. So that while they wait, at least they've got that understanding and they are informed of the real issues that we are also encountering. But it's not going to stop me from introducing a contractor here to deal with issues of sanitation and sewer in the hostel.
And you made mention of that, I understand, MMC. What I'm asking is, once you leave here, are you saying that there won't be any other people and the residents that you spoke to said it's okay and they're just going to sit
Yeah,
and
but
wait for you?
we were in the meeting, all of us. We even gave them an opportunity to ask questions.
Are they going to be okay until June?
No, but remember, I'm not them, so it will be difficult to speak on their behalf. The leaders of the hostels are here, so it can't be me saying that no, they are fine. We were in the meeting. We gave them an opportunity to engage. We gave them an opportunity. So it's not like I addressed and left the meeting. So we gave them an opportunity to engage with us so that they are able to raise their frustrations with us.
So maybe let's reword the question. In the instance that they do then start operating, let's say tomorrow,
Yeah, well, that will be unfortunate then. Because, I mean, I've indicated that the end of June I will be coming. Yeah, you see now, the challenge here, colleagues, is that you want me to speak on behalf of the residents.
we want you to
That,
put action in place.
but that's what I've done.
Okay.
That's what I've done.
LMC, can I ask a question? I think what my colleagues are trying to emphasize here is that this is a long-standing issue. This is not the first time I'm standing here. If I walk in here, they all greet me because they know me, because I've been here for years. So what we're trying to understand is you're coming now with new solutions, okay? You're bringing a contractor in. But in the time being, what assurance are you giving the residents, or what are you saying to them, appealing to them to say, please don't go back out in the streets? 2 people died, one's in critical condition. What are you saying to the residents? I mean, they're standing right next to you. Have you provided them any reassurance? Are you appealing to them?
But I addressed that in the meeting.
Okay, who was the mayor in 2023 when this land was sold?
I think it was Commander of Government. Yes.
Says a
Yeah,
lot.
it was Commander. Yes.
Okay.
I was not there, unfortunately. Yeah.
And you came back last year.
Yes.
And were you alerted to this last year when you came back as the NMC?
No, we were told that when we commented the demolition, that's when we were advised.
Which was when?
When was it? When did we do the demolition? It was last year. Yes.
October.
No, it was not October. No, it was not.
Okay.
Because I came back in September.
You all happy? Okay. Thanks very much. Thanks, NMC. I want
So besibena umhlangano nabasebenzi kamasipala lokuyo ophethe umhlaba sizama ukuthola ukuthi kahle kahle kwenzakalani ngesikhathi sihlala umhlaba sangayithola phansi. Namanje abasebenzi akukho la kuqala khona emhlabeni ukuthi lo mhlaba kufike kanjani ukuthi uze uyithole usu-onwa uhulumeni nenye ikhampani private at the same time. So bawuhlukanisa phakathi umhlaba benza lokhu kuthiwa i-subdivision. Kwakhona iportion e-onwa uhulumeni, kwakhona iportion e-onwa nekhampani e-private. So-ke sasesicela ukuthi ngoba bayahluleka ukutshela and ungathi abazi ukuthi kwenzakalani ngoba abanye basitshela ngama-processes aqala ngo-1990 kusaseyilokhu uhulumeni obandlululo esingayi-understand i-process yakhona ukuthi yayiqala kuphelelani. So sasesicela-ke ukuthi sicela-ke kuyokwenziwa uphenyo komculo ukuthi-ke sikwazi ukufuna kahle nanoma yiwuphi umhlaba kufuneka uwutransfere usuthole i-resolution ye-council, kufuneka kube i-council yaseJohannesburg ekunikeza lelo gunya lelo lokuthi ukwazi ukutransfera umhlaba, kodwa kule case akwenzakalanga kanjalo, ayifikanga kwi-council i-report ezosicela ukuthi sivume ukuthi transfer umhlaba, and yikho lokho okwenza ukuthi sigcina simile ngale singaqhubeki nokusebenza ngoba la esisebenza khona yikho exactly lapho khona umhlaba o-onwa khona ile company private yazositshela ukuthi owayo umhlaba. Le transaction yenzeke ngoJune 2023, thina sifike ngo-2024 towards the end of 2024 sizosebenza la sayithola sesinaleyo nkinga leyo-ke, so sagcina simile-ke sisitakile singakwazi ukuqhubeka nokusebenza. So ilokho-ke sikuchazela abahlali ukuthi yiyo le nto eyenza ukuthi sigcine sisitaka because sisafuna ukwazi ukuthi umhlaba utransferwe kanjani, nokuthi wawutransferwe ngayiphi ingqondo, nokuthi obani labantu ababenzele transfer umhlaba kahulumeni ukuhlezi abantu ugcine unikezwa i-private company. I-issue ye-water and sanitation, uJohannesburg Water sasu-appointed from 2022 already and the hostel at the company saya-introduce-wa la eJimhlofukeni besizoyi-introduce-a ngoJulayi wabe sinikeza ukuthi ngomhla ka-7 bazobe sebefana nama-processes abo. So yingakho sithe kubahlali sizokwenza ukuthi end of June sifike sesifika noJohannesburg Water ezo-outline ama-processes abo. So besikwazile ukuresponda nakulo issue leyo ukuthi sizodila kanjani ne-issue ye-sanitation because already uJohannesburg Water vele sesisu-appointile ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi usenzele lo msebenzi lena. Uyasebenza-ke kwamanye amahostela ngoba kusiyothi i-Diepkloof Hostel esi-appoint uJohannesburg Water ukuthi usebenzele. Kwamanye amahostela uzoqala ngoNovember, ama-timelines ahlukene ngokwama-processes akhe-ke uJohannesburg Water kodwa kase-Diepkloof ngoJulayi futhi sisazoqhubeka kanjalo. Ikhona-ke ne-court order ezivimbayo ukuthi sisebenze la njengohulumeni because ngesikhathi kutransfera lo mhlaba kwenziwa i-court order yokuthi singaqhubeki nama-development la eDiepkloof. Bayasuka futhi bona abanikazi bale khampani bazotshena abaholi nama-residents la ukuthi sebe-ona lo mhlaba. Bamlindanga ukuthi ugovernment ukuthi koyena uzochaza ama-processes lana. Lokho okwenze ukuthi umphakathi ugcine ukuthi asuka uthatha-ke uphuma uye esitradeni uyovala umgwaqo ukuthi kanti yini leli eyenzakalayo ehostela behleli kuthatha umhlaba unikezwa abanye abantu. So yingakho-ke ubona abantu bephumile ngale ndlela kodwa sesikwazile ukuchaza lokho and-ke umphakathi wakwazi ukusizwa futhi-ke sinalo ithemba lokuthi njengoba umphakathi uzwile uzosilinda sesibuye end of June so-introduce i-contractor ukuze sikwazi ukuthi siqhubeke sisebenze njengoba sithembisile ukuthi i-issue ye-water and sanitation sizodila nayo. Lena-ke sithe sibhala kube no-open ukuze sikwazi uku-understand ukuthi kahle kahle kwenzakaleni vele kule nto yokuthi transfer umhlaba ngoba abasebenzi abakwazi ukutshela ukuthi kwenzakaleni and-ke asize ngempela-ke ukuba asize nje ukuba-defenda lokhu. Kuzofuneka si-investigate ukuze laba okuyibona ngempela abayenzile lento e-wrong kanje ukwazi ukuthi kudileke nabo ngoba asikwazi ukuthatha umhlaba abantu behlezi siwunikeze i-private company size sithi futhi sizowuzona siwenze ibhizinesi okusho ukuthi indawo ehleli abantu sibone ukuthi ifanele ukuthi kuyindawo yebhizinesi over iy'mpilo zabantu singabatshele nabantu ukuthi sizoba nguvelaphi or yiphi enye indawo esizoyikhandela sobahlalisa khona sivele sidecide nje out of our own volition somewhere sihlele ema-ofisini singayitholile ngisho i-authorization yomnikazi womhlaba okuyikhawuthela yaseJohannesburg.
Manje le issue
Well, sithe bahambe beye enkantolo abameli bomkhandlu thina sizosebenza yabo abahambe beye enkantolo bazobona ukuthi bayidifene kodwa sizoqala kule side leli okuthiwa siyalifuna njengohulumeni lona sizoqala kulo sisebenze siqhube. Kunabantu abahlezi laphana asikwazi abantu ngabanikezi ama-services abawadingayo just because ikhona umuntu owadecide ukwenza i-illegal transaction. So batshela ama-lawyers omkhandlu ukuthi hambani enkantolo uzofuna nibone kanjani thina kodwa uzofuna siyosebenza ngoba i-reality ukuthi abantu njengoba bekhala ngokuthi abantu ama-toilet plant funeka senzeni thina sikhokhe izandla sibanjwe i-court interdict. Yile nto engangiyitshela uJohannesburg Water. Johannesburg Water hambeni siyosebenza i-regarded and that's how Johannesburg Water was able to give us the timeline kaJulayi because ngasho ngathi hayi hambeni siyosebenza sebeyosipopha uma besipopha nomphakathi uzobona ukuthi siyasebenza kodwa sijavile inkantolo.
apha nje
Lokhu ngishilo.